Students, in this video, I am going to explain important topic oxide. I will cover many topics related to oxide like preparation, classification and some properties, as well as I will explain some more important terms related to this topic, oxide. Students, we know that oxygen is most reactive element, therefore it can join with metal as well as non-metal. But the compound of oxygen with metal as well as non-metals are generally known as oxide. And in these compounds only two elements are present, and that's why such compounds are known as binary compounds. It means oxides are binary compound of oxygen with metal or non-metal. Let us take some examples to describe this topic. I am taking here very simple example, that is carbon dioxide. It is a oxide because oxygen is present. It is a binary compound. Why? Because only two elements are there, carbon and oxygen. Let us take some more example. I am taking one example, Na2O. It is a sodium oxide. Here you can see sodium is a metal, oxygen is a non-metal, and therefore this compound is oxide. It is a binary compound as well as it is known as metallic oxide. Why? Because compound of oxygen with metal is known as metallic oxide. Here this carbon is non-metal and it is an oxide, and therefore it is simply known as non-metallic oxide. Let us take some more examples. I am taking here ZnO, zinc oxide. Here Zn is also metal, therefore it is a metallic oxide, and the name will be zinc oxide. Now I am taking one more example, CaO. It is a calcium oxide. Now these four examples or four compounds I have written on this board. Through these examples, I hope that you understand about the oxide. Now, come to next topic of this compound, these compounds, that is preparation of these compounds. Let us complete this reaction. For example, this carbon dioxide can be obtained from carbon element and oxygen element. It means carbon can join with oxygen, or carbon is here burning with oxygen and it is producing compound carbon dioxide. Here you can see that towards left side there are two reactants, towards right side there is only one product. It is a type of reaction. Which type of reaction? Combination reaction. Direct combination reaction. Now to prepare sodium oxide, here we require sodium element, means Na, and in presence of oxygen it will give sodium oxide. Here we need to balance this equation also. To balance it, I am writing 2 here. Just before the formula, 2 I have written. It means sodium atoms become 4. To make sodium atoms equal to product side, we require 4 digit here. We have to put 4 here to make sodium atoms equal on both sides. Oxygen atom on both sides are already equal. Now, to prepare this oxide, zinc oxide, it can react with oxygen, means zinc can react directly with oxygen, but there is a need of very high temperature and other things, and that's why we can prepare this zinc oxide by simple reaction, that is decomposition reaction. Means we can heat zinc carbonate, ZnCO3, zinc carbonate can be heated and it will decompose to give zinc oxide as well as one more compound, that is carbon dioxide. Let us check whether this reaction is balanced or not. Here zinc is 1, okay. Carbon is 1, carbon is also 1 towards right side. Now oxygen atoms are 3. Let us see towards right side. Already there are 3 atoms. It means this equation is already balanced. Equation should be balanced. Why? Because if equation is unbalanced, in that case that reaction or that equation is considered as a incorrect or wrong reaction. Therefore, whenever any equation is required, it should be balanced. Here you can see that this is a metallic oxide and this is a non-metallic oxide. Two types of oxides we are getting here on decomposition of zinc carbonate. This is a combination or decombination reaction. Why? Because here one reactant is converting into two products, and such reaction in which one substance on heating or on taking any type of energy, two or more than two smaller products are produced. In that case, such reaction will be known as decombination reaction or decomposition reaction. Also we can call such reactions. Here we can see that here heat is required, and that's why such reaction, such type of reaction or such type of decombination reaction which takes place with the help of heat is known as thermal decombination or thermal decomposition reaction. Now to get this compound, that is calcium oxide, again we can get this compound by direct combination reaction as well as by decombination reaction. To obtain zinc oxide, here calcium carbonate is required. Calcium carbonate is strongly heated and it will decompose to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. This is decombination type of reaction. Here two types of oxides we are getting, one metallic oxide and other non-metallic oxide. In this same way we can also get compounds like nitrate. I am taking here calcium nitrate, CaNO3 twice. It can also decompose to give compound like calcium oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and here we will get oxygen also. Therefore, two type of oxides we are getting here also in this case by decomposition of calcium nitrate. I hope that you got this point, that how we can prepare different type of oxides with the help of different type of reactions. After completing these topics, means definition and preparation of oxides, now come to the next topic, that is classification of oxides. Here oxides can be classified into 4 parts. How many types of oxides are there? Oxides are of 4 types. First type I am taking here acidic oxide. Acidic oxide. In case of acidic oxide, oxide of non-metal, oxide of non-metal like CO2, like NO2, or I am taking one more example also, SO2. These are non-metallic oxide and these oxides are classified as acidic oxide. Why? Because these oxides, when dissolved in water, they will convert it into acids. Respective acids will be obtained on dissolving these oxides in water. I am taking this oxide. Let us see whether this oxide is acidic or not. Take this oxide CO2, add it into water, and we will see that there is a formation of H2CO3. This is a carbonic acid, and here water and carbon dioxide is reacted together. Therefore, carbon dioxide is a acid or acidic. It behaves like an acid, and that's why it is an acidic oxide, because with water it will give respective acid like carbonic acid. Therefore, such oxides in which when water is added, we will get acid, then that type of oxide will be acidic oxide. After completing this part means acidic oxide, now come to next type of oxide, that is basic oxide. I am taking next type of oxide, that is basic oxide. Metallic oxides are known as basic oxide. Let us take some example. I am taking here sodium oxide Na2O. I am taking one more here, calcium oxide. Some more oxides can be also taken like K2O. Means I am taking few examples to explain basic oxides. Here in this case, these oxides are basic. Why? Because when we add water to each oxide, we will get respective hydroxide. Hydroxides are basic in nature, and that's why these metallic oxides are also known as basic oxide. Let us see. Let us take sodium oxide, add water to it, and we will get sodium hydroxide NaOH, and that's why this oxide is considered as a basic oxide. To balance this reaction, we have to add here 2. Now check it. Sodium atoms 2 here also, oxygen atoms 2, hydrogen atoms are also 2. Now this equation is balanced. I hope that you understand these both type of oxides as acidic and basic. In general, we can say that non-metallic oxides will be acidic in nature in general, but some exceptions are also there, and metallic oxides are generally basic in nature. There are 2 more types of oxides are also there. Means altogether there are 4 type of oxides. I have explained acidic and basic. Now come to the next type of oxide, that is amphoteric oxide. Here amphoteric. Ampho means those oxides which can behave as an acid as well as a base. It means some type of oxides can react with acid as well as base to give salt and water. Such oxides will be known as amphoteric oxide. Here third type of oxide I am taking, amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric means those oxides which can react with acid as well as base to give salt and water. Here I am taking few examples like Al2O3. It is a metallic oxide as well as it is also amphoteric in nature. I am taking one more here also, ZnO, zinc oxide, as well as some more oxides are also there like PbO. These oxides are metallic oxide as well as they are also classified as amphoteric oxide. Why? Because they can react with base as well as acid to give salt and water. Let us take this example to explain this behavior. Here I am taking aluminium oxide and it can react with acid like HCl and it will form AlCl3, aluminum trichloride, and we will get water also here. In this case, let us balance this equation. To balance this equation, we have to put here 2. It means we have to put 4 here to make aluminium atoms on both sides equal. After this, oxygen becomes 6. It means we have to put here 6 to make oxygen atoms equal on both sides. And here chlorine atoms are 12. It means we have to put here 12. Hydrogen atoms are 12 and to this side also 12. Now this equation becomes balanced, but we can see that these 2, 12, 4 and 6 can be divided by 2. Therefore, in a simple ratio, we have to write any balanced equation. Therefore, we have to write this equation. We can write this equation in this way also. Here, on dividing this equation by 2, we will get AlCl3 plus 3H2O. Means, in place of writing this equation, we should write this equation in this way. Why? Because always we have to write any balanced equation in the simplest ratio. Therefore, the simplest ratio for this reaction will be this. So, this is the correct reaction, we can say. Now, here we can see that acid HCl can react with base like Al2O3, and that's why this compound will be behaving here as a base. Why? Because strong acid is there, it means it acts as a base. Now, base can be taken as, I am taking one base which can also react with aluminium oxide. I am taking here sodium hydroxide. Now, in this case, we will get salt and water. Salt will be NaAlO2, sodium meta-aluminate, and we will get water also here. Therefore, we can see that, let us balance this equation also. To balance aluminium equal to 2 on both sides, we require to put here 2. Now, sodium atoms can be balanced by putting 2 here before NaOH. Now check whether this equation is balanced or not. Let us see. Here, aluminium atoms are 2, aluminium atoms are also 2. Now, oxygen atoms are 2 plus 3 means 5. Here also 2 to the 4, 1, 5. Now, after this sodium atoms, 2 sodium, it means this equation is now balanced. Amphoteric oxides means those oxides which can react with acid as well as base to give salt and water, and that's why these oxides are known as amphoteric in nature. Now come to fourth type of oxide. I am taking here fourth type of oxide is neutral oxide. Neutral oxide. In this case, few examples are there like CO. It is a non-metallic oxide. It is a carbon monoxide, but it is a neutral. It cannot react with acid as well as base. And I am taking one more example, NO, nitric oxide. One more example can be also given, nitrous oxide. These three oxides are neutral. Why? Because they cannot behave as an acid as well as base, and that's why these oxides are neutral. It means in this topic, oxides, I have explained 3 important topics related to oxides. What is oxide? How we can prepare oxides, and different types of oxides means classification of oxides in 4 parts: acidic, basic, amphoteric and neutral, and their explanation means how we can justify that given oxide is acidic, basic or neutral or amphoteric. I have explained all these topics. Thanks for watching this video.